Hey everybody, what's going on? Kenny here. Um, I am going to do another in-depth analysis about Monday's range trading. Okay, a little bit of background about me is I've been in the crypto space since about 2017. I entered right about when Bitcoin was around 3,500 to 4 grand. Um, Bought some spot Bitcoin on Coinbase, at the time as they were, just kind of getting their feet running with the industry and got wrecked. Plain and simple, got wrecked. I actually did okay in the beginning. Um, Ran it all the way up to, roughly what 20K. I got out a little bit before that. There was some decent YouTube influencers that I was following at the time, and they were pretty genuine. So I made some decent money. But once we hit that all-time high, it was wreck city for me. I did not know how to trade. I attempted to leverage trade, and to be honest with you, I lost a lot of money, a lot of money. So um, fast forward to today. I'm a TA guy in a Discord that has quite a few members to it, quite a few paid members to it. Um, I work for free. I don't get paid except for my trading, which is totally fine. The guy that runs it and owns it and is the current creator and content creator on YouTube. He does a great job. He's a good dude, um, and that's it. So I do a lot of his TA. I'm the number two TA guy for him, and I'm super proud of that. I have a family. I'm a divorced guy. I have two daughters. They're both graduated from college. Yes, I am kind of old, but I appreciate O'Neill allowing me to post my YouTube videos here to possibly get some exposure, and I hope that I can contribute to this page, to his page. So yeah, thank you, O'Neill, for allowing me to post here. I'm hoping I can help a lot of people out in understanding, maybe some shorter time frame stuff instead of, super swingy like bear market bottom to bull market top type of stuff. And I'm a little bit, lower time frame stuff. I'm hourly, 4 hour, daily kind of things. And I trade this type of stuff here, and we're coming up to resistance here, so I TP, and we're up here at stupid high levels of money, and I short it down and TP down here. Actually, I TP'd at 102. And I had another order at 100K exactly, actually a little north of that, 100.5, and it front ran me on my exchange. Okay, on my exchange. So um, yeah, so here I'm going to hopefully help you guys maybe learn a little bit of the lower time frame trading, and maybe some of you guys do it. I'm into volume profiles. I'm into VWAP trading, daily open trading, auction market theory trading, order blocks, breaker blocks. So I'm hoping that some of you guys will actually take the time to research these types of trades and make some money in this bear market, and once we get it, or bull market, and once we get into a bear market too, because you can trade both ways. A lot of people are super uber bullish, and I am too. I'm bullish right now. Honestly, I'm bullish, and it's okay to make money on the way down, because there's two sides to every coin. You can hit the red short button and make money on the way down. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. From here down to here, from way up here all the way down here, that's money in our pockets. Yes, we are bucking the trend, which is up, but hey, there is no shame in pushing the red short button to make money. We're traders. Okay. I'm also a holder. I'm holding from 16K. Um, And that's fine. That's okay. But we can also make money with these big swings and these big ranges. So I'm here to teach you guys a little bit about what's called Monday's range trade. Okay, Monday range trading. And so how we trade it. Okay, let's do an example. So for me, Monday's range starts at, so the weekly candle ends for me at Sunday at 5 p.m. Okay, my time, every day, 365 days a year. Okay, I'm in Arizona, the times don't change, and that's what it is for me. So it's a bummer for people that has to change times, and I don't really get to experience that, so it's okay. But Monday's range, Sunday 5 p.m. we start Monday's range. So once it completes, once it completes the next day, 24 hours for me, Monday 5 p.m. we have a high, Monday's range high, Monday's range low, and Monday's mid, as you can see right here. Okay, on Ethereum, I got Ethereum on the right and BTC on the left. We created Monday's range here. We found the low first on Ethereum, came up, here we are, created our high, we deviated away from the high, traded, and then boom, came back into the range and fully fulfilled Monday's range trade and came all the way back down here. Okay, so at the start of Monday's range, we're trading, we create our low, come up, we hit the mid a little bit, come up and hit our high, and we'll trade back down within Monday's time frame and create our range. Okay, once that 24 hours is up, then we have our range. Okay, we have our range. So then what we want to do, let's say we're, most of the time when we do complete Monday's range, we're like usually mid-range. It's just like unbelievable. We're mid-range once Monday at 5 p.m. my time hits. So what do? We either wait for it to take the low, because Bitcoin loves taking lows and loves taking highs. And Monday's range trading has been fucking beautiful lately. Fantastic on both Ethereum and Bitcoin and a lot of the alts. Okay, you download and you install this indicator, which I'll let you guys know what it is. That's all and again, that's also the only thing you need for Monday's range trading is Spaceman BTC key level. Okay, it's called like Spaceman IWDM something on the indicators, and we'll get back to that. But and I'll also have it in the link below on the video, so you guys can take a look at it. But once Monday's range is formed, then we wait. Now it's not, if you guys are scalpers too and you trade and you do all kinds of different ways of trading, order blocks and VWAP and daily opens and closes and stuff like that, that's cool. But for this, we wait until one of the two range lows or highs has been taken. Okay, so like here on Ethereum, we created Monday's range. Here was the low, here was the high. And for most of the time, we stayed at the top of the range. Now for me, I like to be able to confirm certain candles and time frames. Now this is the hourly, and if we go down to like the 3-minute, you guys will see that this was very choppy and this was very hard to trade. Okay, but if you have other indicators, then you will know that this was not a good Monday's range trade until we started to, show some weakness with Bitcoin and with Ethereum. Okay, especially on the hourly. Bitcoin was a little easier to point out. Ethereum, not so much. Ethereum just kind of dumped, but Bitcoin came up to retest Monday's high and then down it went. So what are my requirements for a Monday's range trade? Well, usually I like to see a 30-minute candle close inside the range. Okay, well, this definitely happened. We had a close, but our high is way up here. That's a problem. I have a definite problem with that because our stop is just way too high up there. Okay, so up here, we're going to pull a short position tool, and we're going to go ahead and turn my magnet off here because it's going to start messing with me. But this is too big of a stop for me. Okay, we closed the candle here. Now, yes, you can wait for it to come back up within the range here. That's fine. And that's what we're going to do on the super low time frames. But this kind of stop right here, a 1% stop, that doesn't cut it for me. It's too much. It's too much. So I am not trading this. I'm not going to trade this first off, right off the bat. Okay, that's it, plain and simple. Now, if we're going to go to the lower, super low time frames, because that's where I like to enter, is on the 3 to 5 minute. Okay, when it looks good. Now, there's other indicators that I use, and I never entered any sort of trade here because of what my other oscillators were looking like. Market Cipher B, and we'll go over some of that too in future videos. I use RSI, which is a free tool you can use. The MACD histogram is another one I use also. Now, Market Cipher B, that's a paid indicator. It is a very, very powerful indicator, and it tells me a ton of information. And there was absolutely no trading this here for me, okay, in this area up here at all. Now, Bitcoin was a little bit different, okay? Ethereum has been super strong lately. Ethereum has been super strong compared to Bitcoin. Now, there was some trades here for me, and we'll go over that, especially this one here, along with Ethereum, was just beautiful. And there's been easier trades. This was a very difficult Monday's range trade to trade because we were so bullish, but there's been previous range trades that we'll go over, and they've just been absolutely stellar in making, you know, however much money you want to make off of these trades. It's literally indicator proof. You do not need an indicator other than Monday's range. And you can easily draw out Monday's range with your lines and start off the range at the high, at the open, and make your lines, the high and low. It's a piece of cake. Make your mid with your parallel channel tool. You don't need this indicator at all to make your range. It just helps. It also shows you your daily open. It also gives you different time frames too. It has the 4-hour Monday range, the weekly range, monthly, quarterly, and yearly range. And we can trade the weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly ranges also. It's crazy. You don't trade the yearly much at all. Quarterlies happen. Monthlies also do happen. And we will get into that. I don't necessarily trade them as often as I do Monday's range because Monday happens every week. So yeah, it's a great indicator to have to make money during the week. It's fantastic. And sometimes there are times where we make our range from the high to the low, and we go, boom, take out the high, come back and take out the low, take out the high, take out the low. It's unbelievable. Sometimes you'll get 2 to 3 trades a week out of Monday's range. And these ranges are, the bigger the range, not necessarily the better. The bigger the range, the less likely the range trade is going to play out. But if you got a good $2,000, $2,500 range, man, they hit hard, sometimes often, and it's beautiful. Okay, it's beautiful. So, and we'll go back to some previous ranges and go over it just so you guys can get a feel for what it is that I'm talking about here. Okay, so I'm gonna make a line here, and we're gonna go to the super low time frame, like the 3 minute, just so I can find that area here. Okay, so for this trade here, it was a perfect time for me because I was just waking up. It was 6 o'clock. New York Opens happens in a half an hour from this point, 6:30. So London was doing its thing, and overnight in London and Australia or whatever continents you want to talk about, that type of stuff, trading coming down to New York Open. So we came up from the mid here. Okay, so there's that one. Let's talk about this one here first, because we created our range, high, low. We came back up. We took out the high here. We came back in the range, but we came in hot. Okay. Now, for me, I was not watching this because it was almost 8 o'clock p.m. my time. I was watching it, but once it came down and I saw how high up we were, so let's just say 106.5 and the range was 105.9. That's a $600 stop. That's too much for me. I don't play that. Okay. it's not a good risk to reward for me because I TP at Monday's mid. Okay, so TP1 for me is always Monday's mid, and you don't have to do that. And it actually didn't even come down and tap Monday's mid before it came back up, and you would have gotten stopped out. Okay, so just for reference, for me, a $600 stop, even a $500 stop is too much for me. I like the $200, $250, $300 stops because I'm going in 1 to 2 Bitcoin at a time. Okay. And this risk to reward here, obviously 1.87 is not good enough for me. So I did not take this trade at all. Okay. I did not take this trade. So next, I mean, shit, right here, it's still Monday. Okay. 6:42 p.m. Monday's range just happened. We have the whole week. We have the whole week to play out Monday's range. So you don't feel the need to get into a Monday's range trade when it looks like this. Now, if it looked a little bit more like something like this, then I would have taken that trade. 1,000% I would have taken that trade. Okay. And then I would have bird dogged it a little bit and watched it closely and saw, oh, we're coming down to Monday's mid. And then once we start coming back up and it looks, I'll start to look at my indicators at that time. Okay. I'll start to look at my indicators and my oscillators and see what they look like. And if they start to look and we start to break structure and break in structure back to the upside, then I'm going to take profit. I'm going to take profit and move my stop from here down into profit again. That way it's a free trade for me. Okay. Cause we have all week, but this obviously didn't happen. Okay. It didn't happen. So come back up, boom. What day is it? Tuesday morning for me, 8:30 in the morning. Took out this high here. Okay, took out Asia's high. Come back up here. 30-minute candle close. Nope, didn't happen. Didn't happen. Came back up. Come back into the range here. Yes, I entered here. Okay, I entered here. I liked the risk to reward for me. It was good. Okay, it was good. I liked it. It was over 2-to-1 trade. 2.12. I liked that trade. My stop was here. So I got a little bit iffy when it came here, but my stop is still up here. Then guess what happened? We come straight down, TP1. Boom, Monday's mid. Okay, stop in profit to cover fees if I get stopped out. Okay. Still in the trade. And guess what happens? We come back up again here. What do? I re-enter again because it's Thursday later on in the week. Why not? Why not? Now, my stop situation here was a little bit interesting. Now, so I was there was no area. Now I could put my stop either above here because this was your most recent high. Okay. Or you can put it back here. What I did is I put it in between here and here. First off, just as I entered market short right here. And I said, well, once I got into my position and we started heading back down and then moved back up just here a little bit, I put my stop here. Okay. And then once we started coming back down, we TP'd really quickly at the midpoint. Then I moved my stop back into profit. Okay. Free trades, free trades. There was also a value area high. So I also pull volume profiles. Okay. If you want to start, talking about volume profiles, we came up to the value area high here, and we can get into these volume profiles later. Okay. We can get into them later. I had my pulled volume profile. I woke up literally, it was like 5:45, woke up and here we are. Boom. Value area high, Monday's high. I hammered the long or the short button again. Okay. 2 Bitcoin positions TP'd here. It's fantastic. And I still had my other position open from back here. Okay. Next TP for me was obviously, so I always have 3 TPs. Okay. I have 33, 66, and then 100%er. Okay. 33% is coming out at Monday's mid. The next 33% is coming out at the low. And you let the rest ride 33%. You always have a position that runs. Okay. A position that runs to where you can always be in a trade and not feel like with a position that's way in profit. That way you're not FOMOing into trades. You're not sitting here at the computer going, I want to get into a trade and just FOMOing and losing, FOMO and losing. You're always in a trade. So a lot of us like to call it schlonging or schlongers. We're short, we're long at the same time. Yeah, we're making money both ways. We're hedging our short with a long, or we're hedging our long with a short. That's the way we trade. And it seems counterproductive at the time, but sometimes when you're in this short from up here and it starts to come back up at you, just like here, then my invalidation to get out of this short trade would have been here once we came back up. So I took the long from down here, and I get into that in another video. Okay, we had an SFP of a very low over here. We can take a look at it here real quick on the hourly. We SFP'd this low right here. Okay, this was a very big low that we were all watching, and we completely SFP'd it. Swing failure pattern. Okay, once we got back up above that low, oh, magnet. Got back up above that low. Okay. Once we got back up above that low, hammer time long. That's just the way we do it. Stop below the low. And it was beautiful. Fantastic. Very nice. Easy trade. Very, very easy trade. Okay, we came back and then boom, here, stop below the low. And this target for me at the time was going to be this right here, Monday's range low. That's it. And if you can imagine the risk to reward there, you're looking at 9 to 1, 8.79 to 1. Okay, 8.79 to 1. That is absolutely fantastic trade. And what did I do? TP'd here, cut my short final TP. Okay, was here. Now I did lose out on all this short money. I did. However, I was doubly long here. I had a 0.33 Bitcoin position here. Okay, short, but I was 2 Bitcoin long. So I had already made a bunch of money on the way down, but I'm making a bunch of shit ton of money on the way up. And if I get stopped out here, I lose a minimal amount of money. Okay, 300, so it would have been $700, but I'm still making money off of the short if this would have continued down. Okay, if it would have continued down. If it would have continued down and came back up again and would have, done its thing here, then made some more decent areas to where I would have been comfortable setting my stop, but I didn't have to do that. It went way up. Okay, so that's what we do. We're in a very small position. When we do our hedge, we get back into a long and head straight back up, and then this, I think I just marketed out of it here. Okay. It was right around here. So yeah, I don't sleep. It was midnight my time, and we had it was a birthday party yesterday for somebody, and we were up late and everything, and I'm just watching. And, a lot of people, when they don't know what you do during the day, to make extra money, they, you like to show them things, and it gets to be fun and things like that. But anyways, yeah, so I TP'd that short here, and TP1 here, TP2 here, Monday's mid. Now I am in still long. I was 2 Bitcoin So I am still long, I think like 1.25 BTC right now. I'd have to look because I kind of added a little bit on the way up. I added once we reclaimed daily open. Okay, we lost it, came back up, reclaimed it, back tested it, and I got back in on this candle here. So I added some more. So I got to go back and look and see. And I have on multiple exchanges too. So that's that. I mean, that's a little bit more information than just Monday's range, but to tell you guys how we trade Monday's range, you open a position to where you can do 3 or 4 TPs, okay? And for Monday's range, since it's TP1, TP2, and then let the rest run, it's two, it's three, obviously 33, 33, 33, and let the rest run. So 2 TPs and let the rest ride. And that's it. That's pretty much it. I did not re-enter here because I was long from here. I TP'd and then TP'd. It's like it was so easy. I didn't need to add more here. Okay, which you definitely could if you weren't long here at all. Once we came back into Monday's range, and here's a perfect example of it. Okay, very much a perfect example of it. We wait for a 15 to 30 minute close. Okay, we wait for a 15 to 30 minute close. We get above, boom, we're back down out of Monday's range. There wasn't really anything over here there was no stop. Okay, so for me, I was waiting. I did not like anything about this here. This right here, no problem. No problem. We got back into the range, came back, put your stop here. Magnet. Stop below the low. TP1. 4.02 risk to reward, just to the mid. TP1, move your stop up to break even or just a little bit north of break even, so you're not losing and you're in a free trade. Now, to me, it doesn't look like currently we are going to make it to TP2 if somebody was going to take that. So I most likely probably would have cut this here if I wasn't, if I was in the trade. But honestly, I'm short from 105, 200 on this candle down here. Okay, we had a nice div here, and I got in short on a separate, totally out of not a Monday's range trade at all. We have some resistance here in this area, and I am thinking we are going to possibly come back down towards the low here. Okay, that's kind of what my thoughts are, but that's completely separate from Monday's range trading here. Let's back test. Okay, actually, let me text my girlfriend real quick because she's calling. Real fast. All right, so let's do some back testing. This will be fun. Why is it doing that? Okay, here we go. All charts is selected. So we're going to do Ethereum and Bitcoin, and we're going to do this once or twice. Okay, we're going to run it back. Let's go to the hourly. And we're going to run it back to this range here, last week's range. Okay. I got them marked off previously so we can, doesn't take much to get back there. So this is on the 30 minute. Let's do it on the, 15 minute. Real quick. All right, so we've established, what happened? Sunday, 5:30. That's previous. Okay, let's play. Let's see what happens. Let's go 3x. It's not too fast. All right, so we created a new range. We're creating Monday's range. It's going to be right around. All right, there we go. Let's go to a different time frame real quick. It should. There we go. There is Monday's range for Ethereum or for Bitcoin. And here is Monday's range for Ethereum. All right, so I'm going to move it back just a little bit more because we went a little too far with the range. Okay, went a little too far with the range before we stopped it, and we came and took out the low immediately. Okay, so we'll go once. 1x speed. It's going to be a little slow. All right, Monday's range has now been taken. Okay, has now been taken. That's a huge stop. The big fucking stop. Big fucking stop. We are not going to play that. That is over $1,000 stop. So absolutely not. Okay, so now we're going to drop down to the 3-minute. We're going to drop down to the 3-minute, and we are going to put it on 3x to see if we can get into another trade here. Oh, we came back down. Wow, interesting. Very interesting. Oh, we're back into the range. Great. Now this tells me, okay, look at Bitcoin. Now look at what I wasn't watching Ethereum. Okay. Now, when something happens like this and it's super quick, this is why Ethereum has been I say that Bitcoin has been a really nice Monday's range trade, but Ethereum has been even better, okay, because it gives us the move sooner. Like I said, Ethereum has been a lot more strong, has been a lot stronger than Bitcoin. So you enter here, stop below the low, 5-to-1 ratio. Let's see what happens. Now, Bitcoin, how would I have done this? How did I do this? I was in Ethereum and I think I completely missed Bitcoin. So that's just the way it was. And that's okay. You don't have to play every asset. Boom, TP1, done. Stop to entry. And we are going to speed it up just a little bit more. Go a little quicker. Bitcoin came back down. And there is TP2 on Ethereum. I mean, how much simpler can it be trading Monday's range? I'm trying to move. Let's just create a new position here. Second target is 11.61. So that, and if we would have traded Bitcoin here, we would have gotten stopped out, where we did Ethereum and we made truckloads of money. So that's great. Now, if you were watching Bitcoin here, could you have entered here and tried it? 100%. If you're already in an Ethereum trade and you're up, a bunch of money and it comes back on you, you've already TP'd on Ethereum, you can degen. That's why they call me degen Ken, because I'm a degen gambler. Not anymore, but I was very much so back in the day. Now you can try this. Okay, we're wicking into Monday's low. There's nothing wrong, in my opinion, with getting in here. Okay, we see that we got some buying tails here. Okay, we got some buying tails here. So try it. What's your risk to reward? Okay, 5 to 1, 5.5 to 1, 11 to 1 trade after all is said and done. 11.5. I mean, yeah, nothing wrong with trying it. You're already in profit. Ethereum looks uber strong. You're entering. Ethereum's coming back up from taking profit here. You're most likely going to be okay. Take the trade. Take the trade. You know, these are 3-minute candles. So you got, 3, 6, 9, roughly 10 minutes to sit here and look at that first wick down, and then this one and this wick down. And then once it starts that's 6, 7 minutes later, and you're like, fuck it. Market green button in. Bam. When I mark it in on my exchange, it is pretty inexpensive. Okay. It's very inexpensive. The fees for KSEX is very cheap. They are super cheap. And if you sign up under, and I'm just going to shill it one time, you sign up under my affiliate code, the fees are fantastic. It's no KYC, no VPN. I'm in the US. I've been there a while, and it's a fantastic exchange to trade on with leverage, and very fair. The payouts happen within 5 minutes. Okay, I request a payout. It delivers to a USDT payout delivers to my Coinbase account within 5 minutes, and there's never ever been an issue. So, anyways, now Ethereum came up TP2'd. Okay, and we have a lot of volatility going on here. So let's see what happens. I actually don't remember what happens here. And I didn't take this Bitcoin trade either. I didn't take it. Okay, TP1. So I had a third of my position still left over from my Ethereum position. Okay. From my Ethereum position. And most of the time I'm marketing in with about 200 Ethereum and 2 Bitcoin. Okay. And so it's like, 75, 70, 70 here, 70 here, and let the rest run. Something like that, depending on, how things look. If it's looking very strong, this may have spooked me out a little bit, because sometimes when what happened here? God, there's been so much that happens. Sometimes I'll move my stop up. A lot of times I'll move my stop up. If we TP and we have some action here and then we get above it, I'll usually move my stop up to here, below here. And I think that's what I did. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. When we got to here, I moved. I didn't trade this. I didn't trade that. So Ethereum, this is when Ethereum ran like fucking mad, crazy town. So that one and this trade here is what I'm going to watch now because I believe this was the week where we went all the way above. We deviated above the high a ton. And then we came back down and actually took out the low. So we did a couple of Monday range trades from here, had some left over, cut it here, got back into a short, and came all the way back down. So Bitcoin would have taken Bitcoin took its high. Boom. There's your Monday's range trade on Bitcoin also. Okay. Let's speed it up a little bit because we're sitting here on YouTube and you can at least double time this. All right. So if you were, and I did not short this. Okay. I did not short this simply because I was in such fucking crazy profit here and everything was so bullish that I was like, mm-mm. And this was a very easy trade. Okay. And it may have been my bias was so up here, but this would have been a very easy short down here. Okay. It would have been a and I did kick myself in the butt for not taking this. I do remember this. I did not take it. This could have been a very easy trade. Okay. This is a very easy trade. Okay. Risk to reward is 15. And then, you know, I mean, come on. How much, you just can't ask for anything more than this right here. Okay. You just can't ask for anything better than Monday's ranges, because they're really so easy, and it's dummy proof. It is legit dummy proof. All you have to do is just push the button when the indicator, you know, when it looks good. This here, I wouldn't have traded this. I wouldn't have traded this one second. But this here, absolutely. Absolutely. So let's press play and see what happens. I don't remember. I believe Bitcoin takes the low. I am pretty sure that Bitcoin takes the low, because Ethereum, yeah, there it goes. Okay. So Bitcoin took the low. Fantastic. And it's going to even come down even more, because Ethereum is going to get back into our range. Okay. Here's the high. We're on the 3 minute, so we can actually change time frames, bro. You know, let's change time frames. I mean, look at this. Ethereum is just going crazy. Now, when Bitcoin starts doing this and Ethereum's lagging, I am ready to push the button here. Okay. I am absolutely ready to push the button here. That is a fact. Yep. I'm going to pause it. We're on the 40 minute. All right. Now, definitely did not get into a trade here. Okay. We were uber volatile. Look at that. You don't trade this in Monday's range. Okay. Everybody, just so we're all on the same page, when you see something like this, you will get absolutely smoked. Okay. Absolutely 100%. You're going to get smoked. You need to let structure play out. It's going very fast. Okay. Now we're coming down. We're dipping into the range and we're coming out. Okay. We're creating an area to where we can probably get short here. Okay. Done. Okay. Now, this obviously doesn't happen as fast as it was going. There's a lot of people here that's going to say you need to put your stop here or here. I disagree with that. For Monday's range, okay, we're going here, and this is what I did. Okay, this is what I did. Actually, I did this because I got in here. Now, there were other indicators that I use, other oscillators that I use to help. Now, you don't just blindly use no indicator. Okay, I say that because you very well can do that. Okay, you very well can do that. Now, this was, to me, a no-brainer. Okay, look at how Bitcoin is. You got a 3 to 1 and a 6 to 1 here. I don't remember what I was doing here, honestly, but that's the way you play Monday's range trade, like that. Now, this was very difficult here. Now, there was no way, like I said, there's no way I got to stop this big. So what do? You just wait. You wait for a stop to get more friendly with your risk to reward. And that's all it is, comes down to, is risk to reward. And if you want to talk about leverage and too much leverage is too much leverage, that's not true. You can make more money the more leverage you have. You just need to make sure that your risk to reward is feasible. I mean, 3 to 1, that's fantastic. That's a fantastic 0.48% here. Man, doesn't get any better than that. It really doesn't. And Bitcoin is looking really, really, really weak. I take that trade 10 out of 10 times. 10 out of 10 times. And you know, it's just the easiest, and especially the way the oscillators are looking. I'm sure that our EMAs are coming down. I do use EMAs. Market Cipher money flow is coming down, and that's just these are the easiest trades in the world to make money off of. Okay, to make money off of. Now, this video is pretty long, and so I think, I mean, I can go way back. I marked it out, one here, range here. You know, these are all the start of ranges, start and ends, the end of this range. So the start of this range, you know, so if you want to grab Spaceman BTC indicator, just go to your, you know, your indicators and put in Spaceman BTC key level, and it'll pop right up, and you can backtest it yourself. Backtest it. If anybody has any questions, you can feel free to, we're on YouTube. So, you know, we're also on Facebook. So this is in O'Neill's Facebook Bear Moon page. So, you know, message me there, DM me, and I'll help you guys. I own a business here in town. Actually, in the state, I have businesses kind of all over the state here, and I have a lot of time. I also don't have a lot of time, but I make time for people that care about trading. I love trading. I love this process. I love how it makes me think, and I love making money. And yes, you do lose money. I will tell you that. This is not I mean, hindsight, I will tell you right now, hindsight trading, it's the easiest fucking trading in the world. It's the easiest trading. I could sit here all day long and be a content creator and say, oh, I did this and I did that. Yeah, I'll 100% tell you, I did not take some of these trades. I took this trade, I took this one. And there's some, I mean, when you got multiple things going on, and I'm looking at multiple coins, there's other coins that are even easier. Sol, Pepe, Popcat, Monday range trades are just ridiculous. There's easier trades than this here on different coins. I'm doing the Discord, I'm doing TA for a bunch of people. So, you know, for me, it's a lot harder to do this, but it's actually easy than, you know, because I've been doing it a while. And for somebody, you know, for you guys, it would be very simple to do. I mean, you're just trading Monday's range. That's it. It is so easy, but yeah, shoot me a DM. I care about people that care about this. And if you're going to put in the time to learn about stuff like this, then I will put in the time to help you learn about things like this. And if you're like, fuck this shit, I don't want to deal with it, and I'm so totally okay with that. Everybody has their ways of trading and making money and swing trading. You know, sometimes these things, you know, that's why I say TP1, TP2, and let the rest run, because you're going to have times where, you know, small wins, smaller losses. Those big wins are these types of trades here, where they start off at a Monday's range high or a Monday's range low. Plain and simple. That's how you get into these bigger wins, and you hold on to your trades. TP1, TP2, TP3. Fuck, I mean, you if you have, you know, an ass load of money and you're like, I'm so happy with this right now, then cut it here, wherever you feel happy. But at least always for scalping and you know, purposes of not feeling like you always have to be in a position, then stay in one and let it roll. You've already made money. Let it ride. That way you're down here and it's starting to look good for a long. You go schlong, baby. you're a schlonger. That's it. You're in a 0.35 BTC position here and you go in for one, or you're in a 0.035 position here short and you go in for a 0.5 Bitcoin position or whatever. Money doesn't matter to me. I do what I do because I can do it. I help people that have $100 and we take care of their risk to reward. They might go in a little larger than 1% of their capital, or a dollar. I mean, you can't do that to make money. So we're risk to reward. Our risk to reward and our trade management is on point, and we don't FOMO. We get in and we watch exo charts. And when we're down here and the shorts are opening like mad crazy, like, let's just to give you guys a little bit of input from what happened down here. Mad shorts were opening here. Okay. 80 million shorts opened up within 2 minutes down here. This is retail. We were buying. This is where you buy. Down here when the indicators look fantastic and there is mad trapped traders down here along with this SFP right here. I mean, it was a no-brainer to trade this, and this is going long. When we're short from up here, we're going long, and we're schlong, and there's nothing wrong with making money in both directions. It is so easy to do so. So like I said, if you want to DM me, I am so okay with it. I will make the time for you. If you're going to be an ass and you're going to, try and scam me or scam people, you can't scam me. I've been scammed once in crypto, and it'll never happen again. And so don't even try it. Okay. Don't even try it. It's just not going to end well for you. I won't even give you the time, but if you want to learn, then I'll help you. But, I'll have a link to Monday's range indicator and also my exchange, and that's it. I'm not asking you guys to sign up under the exchange. If you guys don't, I'm so fucking okay with that. I'll keep continuing to post videos because I like people to learn. And if you're somebody, a guy or girl that wants to learn how to do this, then hell yeah, I'm all for it. But until next time, I think next video will probably be, I really like volume profiles, and so I might do the VPVR indicator, that I trade with, and I enjoy it. I really like it. It helps me trade, and I mean, you deviate away from the range high and the range low, and it's great confluence with Monday's range. And so this is just a quick pull. That's not my normal regular pull, but I think that'll be our next video. And until then, thanks very much for watching. And don't forget that you guys can message me whenever you like. I'll take the time to help you. All right. Thanks for watching.